The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what we're all about. Just keep giving it to him.
You talk about this Falcon defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Mariota now. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. Ready. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw is Mariota. Goes right back to McBride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mariota. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Mariota. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mariota. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
3.5 to go, first quarter. Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another run by Bigsby. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Walker now on 1st and 10. To about the 26 here. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Mariota to throw it. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing is Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying the left side with Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second down, Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jalen Waddle his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Card out a throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Carr. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. The Falcons at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right.
Now Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Carr to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Take Bigsby. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second and 11 now. Here's Mariota. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mariota now to throw on first down. Going deep for Walker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Second and 10. Mariota. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a fourth down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Gano's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. To throw, Mariota. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Running left is Walker. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So that now back-to-back drives, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Isabella now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his car on third down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Throwing now is Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Ready. Black shot.
Throwing, Mariota.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Down right around the 25. And quickly they get to the line. Third and short yardage. Mariota.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Texans.
Trey McBride.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Bigsby. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him not pinned.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Trey McBride with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. 2-2 Atwell. 59 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And this one incomplete.
So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Touchdown, Falcons! Van Jefferson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Texans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, what we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week working on their tackling.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Mariota.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They go play action. Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Hut.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Mariota now. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Walker. Touchdown, Houston. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Yeah, keep it up, keep it up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over.